Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and welcome to the final day of Horrorfest 2016. And the final review for Horrorfest 2016 is going to be for Braindead. So, Braindead stars Timothy Blame, and what this film is about, it's about when a rat-like monkey bites Loyal's mother, and Loyal's mother starts becoming sick. Some weird stuff starts to happen to Loyal's mother, and we find out that she's turning into a zombie. And now Loyal has to try and figure out a way not to get this spread around and basically make everybody else infected. So, what did I think of Braindead? I had a really fun time with this movie. Now, I've heard many things about this movie going into it, saying how bizarre and weird it can get and just how gruesome it can get. And yeah, it's all those things. But I very much enjoyed it. It was actually a really enjoyable movie. I really enjoyed Braindead. So let's get into my positives. And my positives are the acting with the movie. The acting was actually really good in this movie. I thought Timothy Blame, he was very good in the film. I thought he did a very good job. As Loyal, he was very enjoyable. Really enjoyed his character. He did a very good job in this movie. The rest of the acting I thought was really good as well. I thought everyone did actually a pretty good job in the movie. The horror element of this film, like when you get to all of the gruesome stuff with like the blood and the violence. Yeah, this movie's bloody. Like this, Punisher, Warzone, and Rambo have to be the three most violent movies I've ever seen now. Because yeah, this movie gets really, like, I'm surprised it got away with an R rating. I'm surprised it didn't get an NC-17 rating because of how violent this movie gets. And yeah, I'll just say this probably has the most the bloodiest scene I've ever seen in my life. I'll just say this: it involved a lawnmower. That's all I'm gonna say. Man. So yeah, the horror element of the film really works. The comedy element of this movie really works as well. I thought the movie was very funny. I actually really enjoyed the comedy with this movie. I was really laughing a lot during this movie. The funniest scene, all I'm going to say, it involves a priest and two bikers. That's all I'm going to say because, man, I was just laughing hysterically at this scene. And there's just a lot of funny moments in Braindead, so yeah. I really liked the writing with the movie. The writing was actually really good with this movie. I really liked the writing with Braindead. The directing is great. It's directed actually by Peter Jackson himself. Before he did epic movies like the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the King Kong movie, he was doing B-level horror films, and this is one of them. And he did a great job directing the movie. I thought Peter Jackson did a really great job directing Braindead. The practical effects really work in this movie, in a time, nowadays where it's just full of just CGI and stuff. It's great to see, movies back then, how they use practical effects and everything, and they do a great job with that in this movie. I just love the practical effects with the film, and they do a very, very great job with that in this movie. Honestly, I think this and The Thing are probably the two best examples I can give of horror films. They use great practical effects. The pacing's really good too. I thought the movie moved at a really good pace for the most part, honestly. So yeah, the movie did move at a really good natural pace at times. Now, the negatives I do have with Braindead are first being that the movie can get a little too ridiculous at some points. Like, although, like I said, yes, I do like the horror element of the film where it gets all bloody and stuff, but there are some times where they kind of do take it a little bit overboard. I'm just like, okay, but there are just some times where I do think it kind of gets a little bit too ridiculous and a little bit too over the top. Some of the writing really isn't the best at times. Like, there are some times where the writing isn't as great. I'm just like, eh. And the movie does get a bit boring at times. Like, there are some times where I did feel like the movie was dragging a little bit, but just sometimes during the movie, so yeah. But overall, Braindead, I very much enjoyed it. It's actually a really enjoyable horror comedy, and it definitely ends Horrorfest for me on a good note, so yeah. So it's time for my official grade on Braindead, and my official grade on Braindead is a B+. Very much enjoyed Braindead. It's a very enjoyable horror comedy. If you've never seen it, I'd say definitely check it out. I very much enjoyed it. It's a very good horror comedy. So yeah. So before I end this video, I'd like to thank you all for tuning into this year's HorrorFest 2016. I very much enjoy doing these reviews for you guys. I always have fun doing the HorrorFest. It's always awesome. I'm glad this year we had an awesome theme with horror comedies. So yeah, thank you for watching these. So, what did you guys think of Braindead? Leave in the comment section below. I'm WWE Fan 599 and we'll see you out later. Peace.